You guys, I'm done. I'm done with the obsession with racism in this country. I'm done with everyone walking on eggshells, terrified that the wrong word, the wrong interpretation is going to get them labeled racist. At America Fest, JD Vance just said, "You don't have to apologize for being white in this country anymore." People lost their minds. But that statement should not be controversial. It should be obvious. Guys, we have to admit that at this point, for the most part, racism isn't actually being experienced anymore. It is being hunted. It's become a cultural game of where's Waldo for microaggressions and ill intent. And I have breaking news for you. If you spend your life looking for racism, you will find it everywhere in neutral situations, in awkward moments, in misunderstandings that had no malice at all. Assuming the worst, you will always confirm your bias. We need to call out how deeply toxic it is to teach people, especially children, that racism is woven into everything. That's not awareness, that's conditioning. When you tell someone from birth that every system is hostile, every interaction is suspect, every discomfort is trauma, you're not protecting them. You are programming them to live in fear, resentment, and permanent victimhood. That is how trauma actually gets passed down, not because it keeps happening, but because we keep teaching people to experience it even when it isn't there. That's fabricated trauma disguised as healing. It creates people who are hyper vigilant, perpetually offended, and emotionally dependent on victimhood. And then we act shocked when they can't move forward. Ironically, this obsession with race is the exact reason that racism still exists. We keep resurrecting it, we keep feeding it, we keep teaching people to divide themselves before they even understand each other. Here's something that blows my mind. The fact that JD Vance is now echoing the same principle that Martin Luther King Jr. laid out decades ago should stop everyone in their tracks. Judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. That was always the dream, yet somehow we've circled all the way back to judging people by their skin color and calling it progress. I don't want special handling. I don't want performative outrage. I don't want to be treated like a fragile symbol. I want to be treated like an individual, judged by my character, not by my skin. I want a country where race isn't the first thing we reach for, because the more we fixate on it, the more power we give it. And if you teach people the world hates them, don't be shocked when they move through life like it does.